Hola seekers, this is Kim and bienvenidos to your August 2021 relationship reading, where we will find out how your relationship with self, your platonic relationships, as well as your romantic relationship will be like for the month of August. So we will be looking at 3 different relationship dynamics for this reading because love comes in all shapes and forms. It is not just romantic. Okay, so for this reading, we have 3 groups to choose from. Each group holds a different message, and each group is represented by a different card. So we have group 1, group 2, and group 3. And whatever card here calls out to you, then that will be your group. So once you've chosen your group, head on over to the comments section where the timestamps are provided. Okay, so now that you're chosen, let's skip right over to your reading. Let's go! Hola seekers who chose group 1, bienvenidos to your August 2021 relationship readings, where we will not only look at romantic relationship, but we will also look at your relationship with self as well as your platonic relationships. Okay, so let's get into your reading. As I connected with the energy of this group, I did feel a bit of mixed emotions. I felt a little antsy, anxious, but also excited. And it makes sense because the word that did come to mind very strongly was actually trepidation. And I had to look it up just to make sure about its definition. And according to Google, trepidation means a feeling of fear or agitation about something that may happen. And if you're not feeling like this already, this might be how you will be feeling in August or further on into the month of August. So you guys might be picking up on something energetically. I'm not saying that you're picking up on something bad. I'm simply saying that you're sensing the energy is about to shift. So your intuition might be telling you that something will happen. Something is about to change. And lastly, I do feel that there is something that you guys are not quite seeing very clearly because I did have my eyes closed when I was connecting with the energy of this group, but it almost felt like I had something right in front of my face, or I don't know how to explain it, like right in front of my mind's eye, but I couldn't see what it was, even though I felt it very near. And so this might be you guys intuitively picking up on something, but not having enough information to know what is going on or what this is. And that can be quite frustrating. You might feel like something is being kept hidden from you. But I do feel like in the month of August, things are going to slowly start revealing themselves to you. Or you're going to get this nudge to start finding out what this is all about. Because there is this urge of wanting to know, of wanting to see. Okay, but now I'm going to move into the cards and we will start with the relationship with self. So 2 tarot cards actually fell out for you guys. I usually only take 1, but we will see what they are. We have 3 of Vessels, Joy, which is the 3 of Cups. That's a lovely energy. And then we have the Ace of Vessels, the Waters of Life, which is the Ace of Cups, another beautiful energy. And to clarify, we have the 8 of Wands, number 13, the Snake. Okay, can you guys hear the sirens in the distance? I have noticed that some people take sirens as a personal sign or confirmation. So if that is the case for you and you can hear them in the background, then there is your sign. Okay, but first of all, I would like to know all this water energy here because water for me is connected with the realm of emotions and feelings as well as intuition. And we were getting that message about being a bit antsy because your intuition is trying to tell you something. So I definitely see you very connected with your feelings, with your emotions, and with your intuition in the month of August. And I do have this mixed energy here of peace and calm and tranquility with this very excited and energetic energy with the 3 of Cups. The 3 of Vessels, as the card says, is about joy and celebration, excitement. It's about gatherings and community, being with like-minded people, or possibly even reuniting or connecting with members of your soul family, your soul tribe. So I do see you guys feeling quite social in the month of August. Maybe it might not be for the entire month, but there will be moments in this month where you will feel the need to be with your friends, be with loved ones, or be with a community. And this is a very lovely energy because we do have the Ace of Vessels here, and the Ace of Cups, I normally see it as representing self-love, self-nurturing. It's feeling completely whole within yourself and abundant, that you don't mind sharing with others, sharing in your joy, in your happiness. And so whoever these people are or this group is, you will be feeling very much yourself with them. There is no hiding here. There is no pretense or pretending here. This is about allowing yourself to fully be you, whoever that is, and feeling comfortable in your skin and feeling comfortable with yourself and the people that you are interacting with in the month of August. Now, I'm noticing the spring here, and I'm seeing how these different creatures here are gathering together to drink from this spring, from this water, in peace and acceptance. So I almost feel like universe is going to create some type of opportunity or some type of event or something that will allow you to connect with these people. It might even be a forum or a website, or let's say you stumble upon a video on YouTube. You really enjoy the content. It's very lighthearted. It boosts your mood, and in the comment section is just filled with all these positive comments, or you find a specific comment that really calls your attention and you decide to reply to that comment and interact with that person, and a beautiful conversation ensues, and it just feels like you will have a lot of beautiful experiences with people around you, or with people you will be meeting or stumbling upon. And these people are people who resonate with you at a soul level, who connect with you emotionally, who match you vibrationally, and who also teach you something new, who help you expand and open your mind. Because we do have the Eight of Wands here, and the Eight of Wands does represent fast moving energy. It also denotes communication, but in this time and age, the Eight of Wands represents communication through social media, or through text, or through emails, through the web basically. And this is, like I said, fast communication, so it's going back and forth. And noticing the snake here and the number 13, the 13th card in the tarot deck is the Death card, and the Death card talks all about transformation, and that's what the snake talks about as well. It's, you know, shedding old skin in order to grow into your new skin. It's about letting go of the old so that you can embrace the new. So I'm seeing that these interactions here, these connections that you will be making, or these experiences that you will be having with these people, be it strangers, be it people that you already know, they will allow you to get to know yourself on a deeper level, or get to know new aspects of yourself, or, like I said, expand your mind so much so that you get to realize new likes and dislikes. And I feel like these interactions, these experiences, these people reflect a lot of beautiful things about you. You will see a lot of beautiful aspects or qualities about these people that you will realize that you also have within. And I also feel like these people help boost your confidence and help you realize how amazing you are. And so this pretty much allows you to fill your cup even more, to feel more abundant, to feel grateful about your experiences, about where you are in your life, and start seeing yourself in a more brighter and positive light as well. It's like you guys are in the midst of a transformation, and these interactions, these people here, they are kind of coming in to help you gently remove that layer that you have been trying to shed. And it's removing it with love, removing it with ease. It's kind of bringing in this very nurturing energy so that you can seamlessly enter into your new version of you. With this Ace of Vessels here, I'm getting a lot of like divine intervention, like universe really brought these people in to help you along this transition phase, so you can be reminded that you are protected, that you are loved, and that everything is going to be okay. So basically what I'm seeing here is in the month of August, you guys will be filling your cup. And the people you will be choosing to meet with or interact with, it's more like you get this intuitive nudge to go up to them, to speak to them, to interact with them, to hang out with them. These are people who are going to help you fill your cup as well. And it's a very reciprocal energy. They fill your cup and you fill their cup. And you help each other grow and you help each other evolve. And I'm just getting such a happy and giddy energy. It's like you guys want to share with the world how happy you are feeling inside, how hopeful you are feeling as well. And like I said, you are picking up on the energy of change. You do feel like there is something that is transforming. And this might simply be your transformation. You simply feel yourself ascending and evolving and entering a new chapter of your life. Okay, but now I'm going to move into your platonic relationships. And again, 2 cards fell out. So we have the World Tree, which is the world, number 21, amazing. And then we have the Ace of Stones, the foundation of life, which is the Ace of Pentacles, another amazing card. And to clarify, we have the 8 of Pentacles, number 44, the broken glass. Okay, first of all, I want to note that we have 2 8s here. So 8 might be a significant number for you. You might have been born on the 8th month, and if so, this might serve as confirmation. But if not, the 8 is about working energy. It's working hard and diligently on something because you believe in it, because you have a goal in mind, and it's simply about betterment. And so, like I said, I do feel like most of you have been in a transformation or healing journey, and you are seeing results. You are seeing how you are beautifully progressing, and you are seeing it especially in your relationship, so in your external reality. So props to you guys, because you have been working very hard, be it in your personal journey, be it in work, in your career, in your studies, whatever it may be, your hard work is showing and it is paying off. Okay, so we do have the World card here, which denotes completions. It also sometimes denotes finally receiving the results of your hard work, or finally seeing the end result of a long journey. Because as you can see, we do have this bird's eye view of the World Tree. So like I said at the beginning, you are getting some type of clarity in the month of August, be it through physical results. For example, well, a word just came to mind, and I know it's not going to apply to everyone, so only for those of you who have been on that journey of trying to conceive. I know we have this in the platonic relationships, but looking at these 2 cards, I am also kind of getting baby shower vibes. So if you have been trying to conceive, you might be getting like positive results in regards to that in the month of August. And then we do have, the Ace of Pentacles here, which does talk about new beginnings, but this is stable new beginnings. This speaks about foundation. So this is something concrete. This is something that is going to last for the long term. Or this might be that a friend of yours who has been trying to conceive will finally share with you some very good news in regards to that in the month of August. And I definitely see you celebrating with them and rejoicing with them and just sharing in their happiness. But again, that's only for some of you. For the rest of you, I simply see that you're about to finish like a chapter of your life. This, like I said, must have been a very long journey, something you worked very, very hard for, and you're going to finally see some like concrete results is what I'm getting. But in terms to your platonic relationships, I definitely feel that you guys have been working very hard to, bring stability into your relationships. And if that is the case, then I definitely see this finally coming in for you in the month of August, because this Ace of Pentacles does talk about stability and foundations, right? It does talk about something that is going to last for the long term. So there is a new beginning here in terms to your platonic relationships. This might be denoting that the dynamic of your platonic relationships will be changing, will be leveling up in some way. And this change is positive. This change allows for more harmony within the relationship. So this can be acquaintances finally becoming friends, or healing the relationship with loved ones or people who you might have had disagreements with or were not meeting eye to eye. This is finally kind of mending those ruptures and bringing balance back into the relationship. For others of you, this might be that with some of your relationships, you're finally coming full circle in regards to them. So if it's not just like changing the dynamic or leveling up in the relationship, for example, becoming more closer with the person, this might be you finally deciding to, distance yourself from some people or from some of your relationships. But it's not a simply cutting away. It's more of a letting go. You're understanding that this relationship has served its purpose, that you have reached the ending of a cycle in terms to this relationship, and it's time to let go, or it's time to let go for now. Maybe you will meet or bump into these people later on in the next phase of your journey, but for now it's simply time to allow for something new to come in, because we do have this arrowhead literally kind of popping out from the earth. So as you let this cycle end, as you let go of these old relationships, make amends with the ending in a very peaceful way, you then make space for new things to blossom into your life, for new relationships to blossom. And these relationships will be ones that will last for the long term. I'm not necessarily saying that it's going to last for your entire lifetime, but they are going to last for a really, really long time. And I do see them being stable relationships for a really long time. Basically, what I'm getting visuals of, it's like you're moving away from an old house. The house has served its purpose. You have grown to love that house and be grateful for it. You have, created many beautiful memories inside that house, but now it's time to move out of it and venture into a bigger home. It's sort of like the crab, and its shell. As it's growing bigger, it needs a bigger home. This might literally be you guys expanding your family. Maybe you do live or with roommates and such, and you are deciding to finally move out, venture out solo, find your own place. And so this is kind of the energy I'm seeing for your platonic relationships. You are growing and you're expanding, and the universe is now bringing in relationships that can meet you in the level of your journey that you are in. We were getting that Three of Cups energy here, where you're meeting people who, they might be like-minded, but they also bring new things, bring different cups to the table to allow you to expand as well, to allow you to learn new things. And so that's basically the energy I'm seeing here for you guys. Some of you might be literally traveling or moving to a new place, and in that transition you get to meet new people. In this new place you are traveling to or settling in, you will meet new people and create friendships that will last for a really, really long time and will be immense support in this new chapter of your journey. You might even be collaborating with some of these people. For some of you, it might even be a work situation where you might be meeting these friends in your workplace or through a project that you might be doing. And I'm noticing we do have the number 44 here, and the number 4 does talk about stability as well. It does talk about foundations. So I definitely see you guys setting new foundations in terms to your platonic relationships. Okay, but now I'm going to move into Le Romance, and we have the Moon on Water, which is the Moon card, and to clarify, we have the Three of Pentacles, number 48. And just a heads up, I will be interpreting these cards for those who are single, for those who are currently in a relationship, and for those of you who are in separation, okay? So I do feel that this is where all that anxiety was coming from, because the Moon can often speak about fears, anxieties, even insecurities, bubbling up to the surface and causing a lot of confusion and even distress. Now, the Moon card is also a very psychic card, because for me, the Moon denotes intuition and it connects with the realm of feelings and emotions. So, like I mentioned in the intuitive message, it might be that you guys are picking up on something. There's something not quite right, but it's difficult to pinpoint what this is about, or it's difficult to kind of to believe what your intuition is telling you. So there is this energy of push and pull. believing it and then not wanting to believe it, or wanting to believe it and not believing it. Because as you can see, this is not the reflection of the moon. This is actually an egg under the water. And so this is talking about illusions. Things are not exactly how they seem. So for those of you who are currently in a relationship, you might be second guessing your relationship, or you might be even doubting your partner, or doubting whether this is a relationship you want to continue being in, or whether this is a person you want to fully commit to and trust in. And there might be like mixed signs or mixed emotions. You care about this person, but you don't feel really safe with them, or there isn't enough certainty in regards to this. And then we do have the Three of Pentacles over here with the safe. And if you notice, this card being in reverse, we have the closed side of the safe facing this full moon. So again, I'm feeling like there are things that are being hidden from you. Or this might simply be that you are not really allowing yourself to open up to your true feelings and your emotions about this situation. And you not being able to fully connect with your feelings, or to allow them to surface out completely, or to acknowledge them, is causing a lot of confusion. This, like I said, might even be in regards to your intuition. Your intuition is trying to tell you something, but you keep shutting the door on its face. You don't let it speak. You don't want to listen to what it's trying to tell you. Because the Three of Pentacles in reverse can often signify an unwillingness to learn, or it's not allowing yourself to learn from previous quote-unquote mistakes. So I feel this is going to be a different case for everyone. For some of you, I feel like you guys are seeing or picking up on red flags. It's like you are seeing the past replay itself in terms of your romantic relationships. And something within you is telling you, we've seen this before, we know where this is going, but you're kind of ignoring that. And that is causing a lot of confusion, and it's causing a lot of distress. And so the advice here is simply to, don't push this away. Sit with it for a while. See what your intuition is trying to tell you. See how you truly feel about this situation. Do you feel really confident about it? Do you feel insecure about it? If you feel insecure about this, why is it that you feel insecure? If you can talk to your partner about this, then I do feel it is recommended to do so, because by this point, we are simply assuming things. Because the moon, it's about assumptions. You're not really sure about something. You're kind of guessing at things at this point. So if you can communicate with your partner, it is recommended for you to do so, because the Three of Pentacles does talk about collaboration, about working with others, in order to find a faster solution. This is about, if you want to, if you can, if you feel safe to do so, collaborating with your partner, working with them to find out why you are feeling insecure, or to maybe, clear out some of these doubts that you have. And also see if your partner is willing to work with you, right? Is willing to work through these insecurities and to show you that there is no reason for you to doubt. Because for others of you, I'm seeing that possibly it's not so much that you're picking up on red flags or you're seeing the past repeat itself, but it's simply your fear of the past, your past traumas, your insecurities are getting the best of you. And it's not allowing for you to really see clearly. You're kind of projecting your fears onto your partner or onto this relationship. And it's not allowing you to experience the relationship for what it truly is. And so, because I'm seeing this egg and it feels like there's something hidden in that egg. It can be sort of like a rotten egg, and it's stinking up the place. And it's time to clear out that rotten egg. And it's the same advice. Talk to your partner. If this is the case, in which it's your insecurities, getting the best of you, I feel like your partner will want to work with you. They will want to show you that, that they are here for you, that they do love you, that they are willing to work with you and to figure this out. And lastly, for others of you who are in a relationship, there might be just this, I'm not sensing it so much of a fear of commitment, but there just might be a lack of commitment in the relationship, because the Three of Pentacles in reverse does speak about lack of commitment. And so it might be from your part, or it might be from the other person in this relationship. And if it is the other person in this relationship who has a lack of commitment, you might be picking up on that this person might not be ready to commit or doesn't want to commit, and your intuition is trying to tell you like, hey, this person is not ready to take that next step yet. And seeing if you yourself want to, stay with someone who is not ready to commit. And lastly, for those of you who are single, there might be a lot of worry in regards to your romantic life. The moon on water can sometimes denote such a very daydreamy energy, and when it comes out, it can sometimes signify that the daydreamer tends to idealize situations or the notion of things, or tends to idealize people. And that sometimes can lead to insecurity, right? Because if we idealize something, we put it up on a very high pedestal. That means that we're looking up to it, right? And that makes us feel small when we're looking up to something. So notice if you tend to fall into these tendencies, and if so, this might be one of the reasons why you might be feeling a bit hopeless in regards to your romantic life, because the Three of Pentacles is giving me this energy of not wanting to work with something, not feeling motivated. If you have been single for quite a while, you might be feeling a bit hopeless in regards to the situation, but universe is telling you there's no need to be hopeless, because there is a beautiful partnership waiting for you in the near future or in the future, if you just allow yourself to get a little bit out of your head and to start realizing how amazing you are. It might be the case that if a romantic partner hasn't, popped up in your life, it is because right now you are being asked to put all your focus, energy, and attention into something else. Because with the Three of Pentacles being here, I am feeling that there is some other areas of your life that maybe require a little bit more of your attention and focus. Maybe it's your studies, maybe your career, maybe your personal growth, maybe your creative endeavors. And once you start doing this, once you start working on this, you will begin to start feeling more confident in regards to yourself and start getting to know yourself at a deeper level. So much so that you are now able to fully call in somebody who you know will match you. And it won't just be this fantasy, this daydream. It will be something concrete, something real that you will feel confident about, calling in. It won't be an idea of an idealization or an ideology. I'm not sure if I'm really explaining myself very well, but it's not someone that you will be looking up to, but someone who will be at your level. And you will be confident about this level that you guys are meeting at. Someone that you can possibly work with and collaborate. Because I do feel with this Three of Pentacles, it might be the case that you will meet this person at work, or you might meet this person at school, or you might meet this person through the creative projects or endeavors that you will be doing. So that's why Spirit is letting you know, work on this, focus on this other thing, because it is through this where you will meet this person that you are longing for, where you will finally have this relationship that you have been dreaming of. And for those of you who are currently in separation, I'm not seeing a reconnection here, because I do feel like there's still some feelings, emotions that kind of need to be acknowledged. There's still some things that need to be healed in regards to this relationship, and Spirit is asking you right now, it's the time to heal. Right now, it's the time to really dive deep into these emotions and find out what they're trying to tell you and grow from them. That's why this separation period is required. And if you kind of keep yourself from doing the work by distracting yourself with wanting to call this person back into your life, or, focusing too much on the past or focusing too much on this person, this period of separation is going to feel longer, and it is going to stretch out longer than it needs to be, because all the universe is asking you here is to work with them, to do the work that needs to be done in order for when you do reconnect, or when you do reunite, if that is something that you still want after you do this healing here, or after you do this inner work, then this relationship can be more balanced and harmonious. Because if we don't clear this out, if we don't acknowledge what this is all about, you will carry this back into the relationship. And things will simply turn out the same. It will be a cycle repeating itself. And again, I'm noticing a lot of 8s here. 8, 8, 8, 8. So there is a lot of working energy here. Doing the inner work, working to better your situation, working to better your relationships, working on yourselves to feel better about you and how you are showing up in your relationships. Okay, but that is all I'm seeing for this group. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it brought some guidance, some clarity. If it did, then please leave a like or a comment. And if you want to stick around for more readings with me, Kim, then please do subscribe. I do offer personal readings. All the information is in my website, and the link to my website can be found in the description box down below. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and until the next moment, bye-bye. Hola seekers, and bienvenidos to your August 2021 relationship reading, where we will not only look at your romantic relationship, but we will also look at your relationship with self, as well as your platonic relationships. Okay, so now let's get into your reading. As I connected with the energy of this group, it felt like all of my awareness was being centered in the headspace, in the mind, or the crown chakra. Now, this might be denoting that some of you are currently overthinking a situation or being too much up in your head, or this might be how you will be feeling in August or as we progress further into the month. I did also get this sense of circling back. You might be ruminating a lot about the past, specifically in terms to your relationships, or there might be people of your past coming back in the month of August, or it even feels like what goes around comes around. So this might be in terms to karma. If you believe in karma, then there might be some of that going on in the month of August as well, specifically in terms to your relationship. So basically things will be put right in the month of August. Okay, so now I'm going to move into the cards. It's pretty windy outside, so if you hear some noise, that's the wind. Okay, but now I'm going to move into how your relationship with self will be for the month of August. And for your tarot card, we have the Stag, which is the Strength card. And to clarify, we have the Four of Cups, number 17, the Fish. Okay? The Stag represents strength, courage, confidence, and it also denotes an energy of self-awareness. So I do feel that for the month of August, you guys will be pretty self-aware. Enough so that you will know what is it that you are okay with and what is it that you are not okay with. What are your likes and what are your dislikes? You will be very aware of what is your energy, what is coming from you, and what is outside energy or the energy of others. And because of this, you will be enforcing a lot of boundaries in the month of August, because whenever I look at this specific card, it always reminds me of boundaries, because this Stag reminds me of a bodyguard, of a protector, of a warrior. Someone who is not just going to let anyone get through or pass through. The Stag has to deem them worthy first before he lets them entry. And see how we have this tree image here? I see this tree as representing your safe and sacred space, your connection with the divine, your connection with self, with your higher self as well. So in the month of August, you will be very cautious about who you let in into your personal matters, into your safe and sacred space, whatever that may look like to you, and whoever you let in emotionally, whoever you allow yourself to be vulnerable with. And I'm getting two different stories here because we do have the Four of Cups. This response to outside energy might be because you guys have already been through it. You guys have already been through a whole ass journey, have already done the healing, have become self-aware as we mentioned previously, know your worth, are confident about yourself, where you stand, who you are, and what you deserve, and you're not accepting anything less than who you are. And all of this is coming from a space of humility and, like I said, from a space of confidence. It's not coming from a space of arrogance or ego. And so this is about, like I said, placing boundaries and not putting up walls, because you are letting some people through. the people you do feel connected with, the people you do deem worthy in a sense. But the other story I'm getting is some of you might still be on this healing journey, on gaining the self-awareness of realizing where you stand in terms to your beliefs, in terms to who you are as a person, who you connect with. And there might still be some doubts or some insecurities or some low self-worth tendencies, because the Four of Cups talks about apathy, about discontentment and boredom, not being happy with what you do have. It's yearning and longing for something more, and not even really knowing what it is that you're longing for. It's just simply not being happy with where you are right now. And usually this Four of Cups energy happens when we are too focused on the lack, when we are too focused on what we don't have or what we think we should have and we don't have. And so that's why we're very disappointed and we're very dissatisfied. And so when we are too focused on the lack, we don't even give ourselves time to focus on what we do want. So that's why most of the time when we are in this Four of Cups energy, we don't even know what it is that we want. We just know that we're not happy where we are at. And so this might be the case for some of you in the month of August. And because of this energy, that's why I see you guys presenting yourself as the stag. So instead of placing boundaries per se, you are putting up walls. It's like I'm almost getting this being angry or frustrated, not only with your reality, but also with the universe. Like feeling like the universe is against you, or feeling like the universe doesn't have your back. And because of this, you even put up walls against the universe, not allowing them in, not allowing them to show you opportunities. It's simply not allowing yourself to receive anything that is coming from the universe, because you just don't trust the universe anymore, because it hasn't been able to give you what you want. It hasn't been able to fulfill your needs per se. And so you might be feeling a bit defensive in the month of August, might be feeling a bit frustrated, might be feeling like the world is against you or that nobody understands you. And if that is the case, or you are starting to feel this way, please know that yes, it might feel this way, but it doesn't mean that you are alone. It doesn't mean that the universe isn't looking out for you, because they are. And if you feel like nothing is happening in your life, the reason why you might not be seeing the blessings or the support from the universe, or even the support from the people who are around you, is because I do feel like there is a bit of disconnection with the self at this point. That's why I said I was getting two different narratives for those of you who were very self-aware and those of you who are starting to become self-aware. And so if you are feeling disconnected from yourself right now, please know that it's not always going to be this way. You're not always going to feel this way. I do feel like you guys are transitioning and evolving and growing into this self-awareness. Maybe this is a time in which you are being asked to find your courage in a way, to work with yourself in order to really figure out why is it that you feel such discontentment? Why is it that you feel so dissatisfied? It's not about simply indulging in the feeling, feeling into it doesn't mean you sitting in that energy and just letting it be and letting it swallow you, but it's more about understanding what these feelings are trying to tell you so that you can work with that. Because by the end of the month, I do see you guys shifting your perspective in a way. And so by the end of the month, I see you guys not just feeling dissatisfied about what's in front of you, but looking really at what's in front of you and figuring out, why is it that you don't want this? Why is it that this is not it for you? And in knowing that, you are finally able to call in what it is that you want. And that is why we have the stag here, because in knowing what you don't want, you are telling the universe, I understand now why I am not happy with the blessings you have given me thus far, and it's because of so and so. And so I am not allowing any more of this back into my life. And so if universe presents you with something similar of what you had before that you didn't like, you're gonna act as this stag here, as this security guard, and say, nope, I recognize this, I've seen this before, and I don't like it, so you can take it back. And this might be in terms to maybe thoughts, figuring out what certain thoughts really bring you down. And every time they come back into your awareness, you acknowledge them, you see them, you tell them, I recognize you, I've seen you before, and you know what, I am not going to entertain you today. So you can make a U-turn right now, walk the other way. This might be in terms to habits as well. And this requires practice and it requires patience. And it's sort of like universe wants you to allow yourself this practice and this patience so that you can start recognizing the things that no longer serve you or do not serve you. And you yourself have the confidence and the awareness to not allow those things back into your life, to say no to them. To have the choice to say no to something is so liberating and so empowering. And you are going to recognize that in the month of August because you are going to be practicing all of that. And that will very much build your strength and your confidence and the realization that you do have a choice. And there is so much power in that. Okay? Now I do notice we have 8 here and then 7 and 1. We add them up and that's 8 as well. So the number 8 might be pretty significant for you guys. The number 8 also showed up a lot for group 1. So, oh my goodness, August is the 8th month, right? Okay. So, but anyways, do feel like you guys are going to kind of shift something in the month of August, a mentality, a way of seeing things, your perspective, and this shift will be very positive. It will be very beneficial for you moving forwards. So August seems like it's a crucial month in terms to your personal, spiritual growth and healing. Okay, but now I'm going to move into your platonic relationships, and we have the Woodward, which is the Justice card. Wow. 2 major arcanas here. And to clarify, we have the 10 of Cups, number 7, the Bouquet. Wow, this is such a good energy here. So the Woodward speaks about balance, equality, justice. For some, the Justice card or the Woodward even speaks about karmic justice, which is kind of what we were getting in the intuitive message, that karma might be a play for you in the month of August, and I am definitely seeing it here in terms to your platonic relationships. Notice how we do have the 10 of Cups to clarify this energy, and the 10 of Cups is about happiness, victory, stability, joy. See the 10 of Cups as getting what you wanted and more. And so definitely the Woodward here has been waiting for something to happen, has been waiting for justice to prevail. And with this 10 of Cups, I'm seeing that happening in the month of August. So if it is the case that something went down in terms to your platonic relationships, be it friendships, be it with your family, and it didn't sit right with you, you felt like something was taken from you, like things didn't play out fairly for you, and you've been waiting for your justice in a sense, you are getting it in the month of August. Because with this 10 of Cups, I'm just seeing you coming out of this victorious. And we notice how the Woodward is holding a cup here. So it almost feels like this Woodward has been waiting to celebrate, or has been waiting. It just feels like he's been waiting for something. And then we do have the Bouquet here, and I see the Bouquet as an offering. So it might be the case that some of you have been waiting for somebody in specific, have been waiting to reunite with somebody. This might be a loved one, a family member, and you will be reuniting with them in the month of August. This might also be you've been waiting to express your true feelings to someone. Cup energy is associated with the element of water, and water is all about feelings and emotions. I do see an opportunity here to be able to express what you really feel about a situation, or how you really feel about someone, and the exchange here being quite successful and reciprocal as well. However you have been feeling about someone, this person has been feeling the same way about you. So I do see like your feelings will be reciprocated, and this might be a call for victory, because like I said, it does feel like it's been a long time coming, and it does feel like you guys have fought your way to get here. Like, you might have fought some inner demons, some insecurities, some doubts in order for you to finally be confident enough to, come forward and let this other person or these people know how you feel. For some of you, I just got it out. It just came to my mind. I'm not sure if people still use this phrase. I'm not sure how you call it, but like coming out of the closet. It just feels like something that requires a lot of bravery from you in order to do it. But you finally come to a point where you think it's time to do this. It's time to come out. It's time to liberate myself. It's time to bring justice to myself and bring balance to a situation. So I definitely see that happening for you guys in the month of August. Overall, like, your relationships feel very balanced, very reciprocal. Like, how much you are giving, you are getting back. And I do see you feeling very content within your platonic relationships. I am still getting a bit of this defensive energy, but I feel like this is more a protector coming from you. Like, you are protecting your loved ones during this month of August. And like I said, you're not just allowing anybody to come into your safe and sacred space, be it your home, be it your family, be it your group of friends. You are being very wary of the people who do want to come in, who do want to integrate into your close-knit family or your group of friends, because you're not only looking out for yourself, but you're also looking out for your people, for your loved ones. And I just got a father energy here. So some of you might be older siblings, or might be a parent or a parental figure to someone, or a caretaker of sorts. And whoever it is that you're caring for, they might be presenting their significant other to you, because it almost feels like this is you meeting someone's like boyfriend or girlfriend or someone's betrothed, and you're kind of like keeping an eye on the other person, seeing whether you accept this person into your family or you accept this person for your loved one. This might even be your best friend, right? Introduces their boyfriend, their girlfriend, their significant other to you, and you're just kind of keeping an eye on them, seeing if they are worthy of your best friend. But definitely this energy feels like you've worked so hard to have this peace and this harmony in your platonic relationships, and you're not just gonna let just about anything or anyone ruin that. It's basically the energy I'm getting here. So it does feel very protective. But definitely overall, I'm seeing harmony, I'm seeing balance, I'm seeing reciprocal energies, reciprocal exchange of affections. And this is Libra energy, and Libra can be a bit, generous with their gifts, with their affection. So you might be feeling pretty generous in the month of August, giving little gifts here and there to your significant others, to your loved ones. And like I said, since there is this very reciprocal energy, the people around you, your platonic relationships, they might be feeling very generous as well and bestowing little gifts here and there to you, or showing you constantly how much they appreciate you and how much they love you through acts of service, or just hugs and kisses here and there as reminders that you mean a lot to them and they love you dearly. Okay, but now I'm going to move into your romantic relationships, and we have the Moon on Water, which is the Moon card. This card actually fell out for group 1 in the romantic aspect of the reading as well. So and then we have the 10 of Wands, number 35, the Tower. Okay. Now I'm noticing we have 2 10s here. We have repeating numbers. And then adding 35 here, we have the number 8 again. So the number 8 and the number 10 are being repeated in this spread. So those might be significant numbers for you guys. Some of you might have been born in the month of October. That is also Libra energy. So if you're dealing with a Libra, or you yourself are a Libra, this might serve as confirmation. But if not, the number 10, that does denote endings, closures, conclusions, finally being done with a cycle. And that is what justice can often represent as well, as finally, karma being served, cycle finally ending because everything has been put into place, everything has come back into order. And then we do have the Tower card here, and the Tower in the tarot does represent drastic or dramatic changes, but these changes come in to allow us to rebuild something that is more stable, because whatever is collapsing while these changes are happening were things or situations that were not stable at all. They only seem like it, but they really weren't. Now, looking at these two cards, you guys have definitely been through a lot, be it emotionally, be it mentally, be it in your external reality, because I'm just getting so much warrior energy here. And then we do have the 10 of Wands, and the 10 of Wands, it is about having a lot on your plate, having a lot of responsibilities, working hard, feeling overloaded. I just want to know, you guys are warriors. Even though you might not feel like it, even though you might not feel like you have done much, please know that you have, and things are shifting for you. Now, in terms to your romantic relationships, I am going to interpret these cards for those of you who are single, for those of you who are currently in a relationship or are in separation, okay? Now, the moon often denotes illusions, secrecy, hidden truths. It can often represent subconscious fears, insecurities, as well as anxiety. The word psychic just came to mind. The moon can also connect with like psychic abilities, intuition. So to be very blunt and straightforward, in terms to your romantic life, things haven't been very easy. They might have been very turbulent, very fluctuating. Sometimes there's really, really highs, and sometimes there's very, very lows. And it has required a lot of work from you emotionally and mentally. This might be the case in which maybe if you are in a relationship, you have been putting too much of yourself into this, too much work into this, and you haven't been really seeing a lot of progress in terms to your romantic life, or you haven't been really seeing your romantic partner put in equal amounts of work. Or if you have, like if your partner has been putting in the work as well, it's like you both have been working very, very hard to keep this relationship afloat, but it's almost like the foundation you keep building together, it keeps falling. It's not stable enough to maintain this tower upright. And so this just feels extremely exhausting, and I do feel like this energy might even be seeping into your other relationship dynamics, especially your relationship with self. I feel like it's all this hard work energy and maybe even disappointment in how things are progressing or have not been progressing that is causing you to kind of put walls around yourself, or is causing you to feel dissatisfied about your life. It's like, what is the point of working so hard if you don't get any positive results? And so I'm not here to let you know what is best for you or what isn't. It's just always advice. Whatever is given to you in any reading, it's always advice and suggestions. And so it's almost like the advice here is, you don't need to carry this load on your shoulders anymore. You can allow yourself some rest. I do feel like something is changing, something is ending, and maybe it is the ending that you have been holding on to. And Spirit is asking you to surrender it, to let it be, let the tower fall per se. Because maybe what you have been holding on to is not the possibility for a better future, but it's simply the past, what hasn't been working out. And Spirit is letting you know, trust, let go, let the tower fall. Because I assure you that once you do, you are going to find something beautiful underneath all that rubble. You are going to make it through. And you are going to maybe figure out what is it that hasn't been working out. What is it that hasn't been allowing for things to be stable, to be harmonious in your relationships. I do sense there might be a lot of you who are currently in separation, and you might still be holding on to the past, or be holding on to the possibility of reuniting with this person, reconnecting with them. It just feels like you might still be stuck on what happened, like how things ended, and there is this difficulty of acknowledging how things played out. But I do see you guys in the month of August working through this, of surrendering this and letting go of this little by little. And so you feel the weight reducing little by little until you feel light again. So I do see you guys connecting with your feelings, like feeling through it, feeling through the pain, feeling through the grief, feeling through the anger, but not allowing yourself to get swept away by it. You are simply feeling it, and in doing so, you allow yourself to release it. And this might even be you speaking to others about what's going on. And when we verbally communicate something, we also allow ourselves to kind of release. Because the 8 and 1, we add them up, and that's number 9. And number 9 is about tying loose ends. It's about getting prepared for the ending, for the great finale. And we do have the 10 here afterwards. So you guys are healing. You guys are going to get through this. You guys are going to finally feel that weight lift off your shoulders. You guys are going to get some type of clarity. And for those of you who are single, I feel this is talking about carrying the past with you. There might be a fear of entering a relationship, a fear of, even manifesting a relationship or allowing anyone into your life in that way, because there is a lot of these subconscious fears that you are carrying. Maybe these are like belief systems in regards to romantic relationships, or this might be experiences you not necessarily experienced yourself, but saw other people around you experience that you don't want to experience yourself in the future if you ever do get into a romantic relationship. So for example, maybe your parents divorced, or you grew up seeing your parents fight a lot, or there was disloyalty in your parents' marriage, somebody cheated, someone was unfaithful, and that really traumatized you, that really stuck with you and has been sticking with you all this time. And you've been carrying that suffering, you've been carrying that pain and that grief. And because of this, you can't allow yourself to let anybody in that way, because you fear that what happened in the past might repeat itself with you. But it doesn't have to be that way. What you've been doing is you've been working very hard to maintain this tower that is ready to fall. This tower is the past. This tower is the grief, the pain, the trauma. And what you've been doing is you've been holding it up. You've been working so hard to hold it up by believing in this, by feeding these notions. And it's draining you. It's draining you so much, especially emotionally and energetically. And so Spirit is kind of advising you, let it go. Let it fall. By letting this fall, your world is going to turn upside down, but not in the way that you think. Things are going to change for you. They will change for you. They will be different. But again, it will be in a positive way. This suffering you feel here, this worry, this anxiety will reduce. And at first it will be uncomfortable because you have become used to feeling scared and anxious and worried about what may be. But once you allow yourself to embrace the new energy of certainty and peace, you're going to start letting go of the old. Things are going to feel more balanced for you once more. But let this tower fall. It's time for you to start releasing this, start working through this, start seeing what your insecurities and your fears are. So once you do that, you can finally, when you want to, right? It's a choice. You can finally allow somebody to come into your life in this romantic way. So if you have been wondering why you haven't been in a romantic relationship or why nobody has come into your life, it's not because you're not deserving of it. It's not because you're not meant to be loved. It's none of that. It's simply because you're holding on to something. Your hands are full right now. And because of this, you are not able to welcome in this loving energy. So once we kind of work through this, I assure you things will change in terms to your romantic life. And also don't worry so much about how this is going to play out or how this is going to happen. Don't worry about that. It's gonna turn out beautifully for you. And you are you. You are not your parents. You are not these other experiences you witness happening to other people. You are you. And the past is the past. It doesn't have to be a part of your present, nor does it have to be a part of your future. So to put it bluntly, I don't see anybody coming. For those of you who are single, I don't see anybody coming in for you in the month of August, because right now it's just a time to clear things out. And for those of you who are in a relationship and who are struggling or will be struggling in the month of August a bit, this is about, kind of surrendering. I wouldn't say letting things play out, but not forcing it anymore. And to trust that everything is going to be okay, because they are looking out for you and they will make sure that whatever the results may be will be favorable to you and possibly also to this other person as well. It's just everybody will get what they deserve in a way. I hate using that phrase, what you deserve, but I don't know how else to explain it, but yeah. So that's all I'm seeing for this group. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it brought some guidance, some clarity. If it did, then please leave a like or a comment. And if you want to stick around for more readings with me, Kim, then please do subscribe. I do offer personal readings. All the information is in my website, and the link to my website can be found in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching, and until the next moment, bye-bye. Hola Seekers, and bienvenidos to your August 2021 relationship reading, where we will not only be looking at romantic relationships, but we will also be looking at your relationship with self as well as your platonic relationships. Okay, so yeah, now let's get into your reading. As I connected with the energy of this group, a few messages did come to mind. The first being, we are the wayfinders, and I had to look up the term wayfinder, and according to Le Google, it means a sign, landmark, or other indicator used to assist people in navigating to a particular location, or it's a person navigating to a particular location. So some of you might be traveling in the month of August, but I am sensing this is speaking more in terms to an internal or spiritual journey. It's possible that some of you have been on a spiritual journey, have been on a type of quest to find yourself or reconnect with yourself, or even connect with someone in specific. If not, this might be a quest you will be embarking on in the month of August, and it simply feels like following your intuition. I feel universe or your guides or your higher self or whoever it is that you connect with has been guiding you or will be guiding you in the month of August towards somewhere, something, or someone. So I feel the message here is follow your inner compass. The other word that did come to mind was marigold, which I believe is a flower. I'm not really sure what that means, denotes, or represents, but maybe that might be of some significance to some of you. And so if it's here to serve some type of confirmation, then please do take it. And the last message I received was magistrate. So some of you might be dealing with something in regards to the law, or maybe in terms to civil rights, or I'm getting paperwork, permits, passport, visa, something along those lines. If you have applied to something in regards to any of that, it's possible that in the month of August you might be getting some news in regards to it, or you might be getting approved. And because this is a relationship reading, whatever this is will allow you to be with someone or reconnect with someone or settle down with someone in specific. Yeah, but I was noticing that I was receiving a lot of words that started with the letter M. So M might be of significance for you. It might be the first letter of your first or last name, or a letter that is in your first or last name, or of someone in specific. And again, this might be serving as confirmation, okay? But now let's get into the cards. So we will start off with your relationship with self. And we have the Page of Vessels, which is the Page of Cups in the Rider-Waite's Tarot. And then we have the Four of Pentacles, number 27, the dog, okay? So the Page of Cups does denote a very playful and lighthearted energy, can sometimes come off as a bit naive, but most of all, I sense the Page of Cups to be quite sensitive, very in tune with their emotions, with their feelings, and with their environment. They can easily pick up on the energy of others or of their environment. The Page of Cups is also someone who is quite daydreamy and thus very creative or very artistic. So some of you might have some artistic talents or tend to express yourself through some creative or artistic means. For example, writing, drawing, painting, dancing, singing, the the list goes on and on. And in the month of August, I see you guys delving more into that. With this Four of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles does speak of an energy that is quite seated, very overprotective. I just usually see this Four of Pentacles as being in your comfort zone, being in your safe place. So I do feel like you guys will be very to yourselves in the month of August. I don't see you connecting a lot with other people or wanting to be with other people. For the majority of August, I see you guys spending a lot of time with yourself. And if you have like a little fur ball, be it a doggy, a cat, an animal, a bird, a reptile, an animal buddy, I see you spending a lot of time with them. If you don't have an animal buddy, again, this is simply you being with yourself and being quite content in your own company. I will note that there might be a bit of overthinking or a bit of like delving into your emotions in the month of August, because I am getting this very sentimental vibe. We do have this current here, so I do see an influx of emotion. You might be thinking about the past, or it just feels like feeling very, not necessarily melancholic, but very sentimental in the month of August. And you might be indulging these emotions quite a bit, enforcing them by watching like sad or romantic movies, or reading sad or romantic books, or kind of consuming media that allows you to delve deeper into these feelings or even into your own fantasies. And that's why I feel you guys are very much secluding yourself, because you are creating this little bubble for yourself in which you don't really want to face reality. You don't want anybody to burst your bubble. You just want to kind of create your own vision of what reality should be like, and wanting to imagine yourself living in that world. So I am getting a lot of daydreamy energy going on here for you guys in the month of August. And this will allow you to connect a lot with your inner child, with that creative side, which is good because it keeps you in this lighthearted mood. And imagination and daydreaming is fantastic for manifesting. I don't know, I'm mostly sensing like this whole creative, imaginative, and fantasizing energy. It's solely for you. It's just so that you can feel safe, so that you can be happy, so that you can create a comfort zone for yourself. I'm not necessarily seeing you kind of intending for this to become a reality or for it to want to manifest, because I am getting this energy of wanting to hold on to it. It's like only for you, only for me. So you will be indulging in a lot of things that you like, that make you feel happy, that make you feel comfortable. And I don't see much action going on in the month of August. I don't know, just keep thinking of someone like watching Netflix or playing video games or just reading a book. Living life leisurely is what I'm getting with this Page of Cups. There is a caution here of, it's great that you're doing this, it's great that you're taking time for yourself, but don't get swept away by what you are feeling, by your feelings, because I do feel like there can be this tendency to get swept away by this melancholic type of mood where you start kind of mourning and grieving the life that you don't have is what I'm getting. And it's not that your guys' life isn't great. It's more like you might feel like it isn't, because you'll get so caught up in your fantasies and your daydreams that you will start comparing this world you created in your mind for yourself versus the reality that you're living. So it's just being aware of that, trying to ground yourself every once in a while and kind of discerning reality versus fantasy. And I feel like if you do have like a fur ball or an animal buddy, being with them, playing with them, that will help you ground a lot, make you realize that, hey, everything is okay and everything will be okay. That things are not as bad as possibly you are making them up to be in your mind, and that you are safe. Because this Four of Pentacles is giving me being safe, being protected type of vibes. Okay, but now I'm going to move to the platonic relationships, because I'm not getting a lot out of this Page of Cups over here. And I feel like maybe the other cards will give us more information. So we have Five of Vessels, Ecstasy, which is the Five of Cups, and we have it in reverse. And to clarify, we have the Ace of Pentacles, number 9, the birds, okay? So the Five of Cups, when it is upright, it's usually described by tarot readers as crying over spilled milk. Oh, and actually, when I was shuffling the cards for this segment of the reading, a lot of cards kept falling out at once. And every time I tried to ask Spirit for cards in terms to platonic relationships, my mind kept going to romantic relationships. And I feel that's why Spirit couldn't pull out a card for me, because I kept thinking about romantic instead of platonic. And I sort of got this energy that there wasn't much going on in terms to your platonic relationships, or there might not be so much going on in terms to your platonic relationships in the month of August. Like Spirit didn't have much to say in regards to it. And having this Five of Cups in reverse, it lets me know that you guys are coming out of a situation or a phase in your life that was pretty difficult or hard, because the Five of Cups upright does denote mourning, grief. It's not being able to let go of something that has already ended. This can often also talk about emotional instability. And I am getting a bit of anger as well. And so that might be the energy you guys have been in or were in, and you're finally coming out of it, or will be coming out of it in the month of August. Because as you can see, this card, it's an energy of ecstasy, about celebration, about not looking so much at the cups that have spilled over, but looking at the cups that you do still have with you. And so you might have recently cut connections with quite a few people in your life, or ended certain relationships, and that left you feeling pretty down, or that left you feeling a sense of grief, or even feeling a bit angry about the situation or how things ended. And maybe that's why we start off with this Page of Cups here, not wanting to, talk with others, not wanting to socialize, just wanting to be with yourself, wanting to be with your animal buddies here. But as the month progresses, I see you guys kind of coming out of your shell again, or I don't know, I just keep thinking of shaking it off. Like you're just shaking it off and you're deciding to move forward. You're overcoming the despair and letting go of the sorrow. You are releasing these emotions finally that have been weighing heavy on you. You are rejoining the world per se. Not hiding away anymore, because we do have the Ace of Pentacles here, and aces always speak of new beginnings, and pentacles do connect with the element of earth, and earth energy is about the material world, and it's about concrete things that you can hold in your hands. And so it feels like you're stepping outside again. Seriously, I keep getting visuals, or I keep seeing images in my mind's eye of somebody literally stepping out of their room. And so I see you guys coming out of something that was very consuming. This might even be that some of you had a really bad experience with somebody. There might have been gossiping or lies involved, and that left you feeling very uncertain about relationships, feeling quite distrustful about people. But you're not letting this person or this experience, ruin your life or your present moment anymore. You're not letting this person, stain your perception about the world or about people in general, or about friendships or family. You're realizing that whatever this person did, whatever their actions were, it was them, It's not a representation of an entire population, or it's not a representation of relationships itself. It was them. They chose to act this way and be this way. And you're not holding on to that person anymore. And you feel liberated by this point, and you're allowing yourself to, step into a new beginning, to allow for new relationships to come in that are stable, that are honest, that are good for you in a sense. Because the number 9, I always say the number 9 for me denotes tying loose ends. It's kind of like getting ready for that new beginning. And in order to do that, we kind of need to clear out what things we no longer need, things that are just taking space in order to make space for the new. And I feel like that's pretty much what you're doing in terms of your platonic relationships for the month of August. And honestly, I feel like you guys have already done that. Like I said, I feel like you guys already have caught connections, let go of certain people, let go of certain relationships, or become aware of how harmful some relationships were, and acknowledging that. And yes, that might have been pretty hard, but you're kind of coming into peace with all of this. And in the month of August, it's simply you now making space for something new to come in. It's you being in a space where you're okay with where everything is at the moment, and not fretting about the future, or not fretting how things are going to play out for you, because you know that everything will turn out well, and that possibly right now it's okay for you to be running solo. And like I said, you're more happy spending time with yourself and getting to know yourself, and you're not really hurried or rushed to meet new people or to connect with others or to form new relationships at this moment. You're just letting things play out. And it's very healing and liberating for your soul to not force things, to not rush things, and to feel that for the moment your own company is more than enough. Okay, but now I'm going to move into your romantic life. So we have the Pole Star, which is the star card in the Rider-Waite's Tarot. And to clarify, we have the Knight of Cups, number 22, the book. And this one fell out in horizontal. So when cards fall out in horizontal, I either see them as an energy that has been quite stagnant or stuck for a while, or it can represent where the overall energy is grounded on. And we do have the book here, and the book can signify mysteries, knowledge, and this is where the overall energy is being grounded on, and the overall energy is the star. And we did have that message at the beginning about, what was it? We are the wayfinders. And this pole star, we know that the pole star or the North Star was often used by travelers to guide them in their journey. So definitely you guys have been on a journey, and you have been guided by your spirit guides. See all these like stars swirling around? I see these as spirit guides, angels, ancestors, whoever you resonate with. They have been guiding you on this journey, leading you towards your wish fulfillment, because the star does talk about dreams coming true, about your wishes finally being fulfilled. So for those of you who have been manifesting, I was talking about manifestation at the beginning, you are getting closer and closer to your manifestation. And it might be the case that some of you have been trying to manifest this for a very long time now, and you have seen maybe no progress, or you have been given signs and little hints here and there, but you haven't received what you've wanted. And that might have led you to feel a bit hopeless, or to kind of close yourself off, as we were saying here with the Page of Vessels and the Four of Pentacles. But Spirit is telling you, now that you are kind of calling quits, is when you are starting to get closer and closer to what it is that you have been wishing and praying for and trying to manifest. It's like the closer you get to this, the more you feel like you're farther and farther away from it. Now, just a quick heads up, I am going to be interpreting these cards for those who are single, for those of you who are currently in a relationship or are in separation, okay? So starting off with those of you who are single, if you have been trying to manifest a romantic relationship, or you have been trying to manifest someone in specific into your life, I will be honest, I don't see them coming in the month of August for you, but I do see you getting closer, or this person getting closer to you, because we do have the Knight of Cups here. Now, the Knight of Cups often denotes a romantic proposal or a romantic offer. The Knight of Cups is one level above the Page of Cups or the Page of Vessels. Possibly you start off as this Page of Cups, and then slowly as the month progresses, you embody more of this Knight of Cups energy, where you feel more certain about where you're going, specifically in terms to your romantic life. You feel more certain that somebody is about to enter your life, or you're about to enter somebody's life, and things will change from there. It might feel like destiny to you, it might feel like fate is calling you, but there is something happening here. I do see that in the month of August, you guys will be getting more clarity about how this journey is progressing or how this journey is unfolding. Because we were talking about mysteries here, and so it almost feels like this book that has been closed for a while, that has kept you in the unknown for a while, is finally going to open to reveal some important and crucial information in regards to this journey or this situation to you. Some of you might even be on like a divine counterpart type of journey, where you've been wanting to figure out who your divine counterpart is, or wanting to reunite with them, unite with them, meet them in person. And this is simply letting me know you're getting closer and closer to that union. You're getting closer and closer to finding out more about who this person is, more about what this connection is all about, why this person was brought to your attention, or why you are kind of meant to connect with this person in this lifetime. And so again, I don't necessarily see you connecting with this person in the physical 3D or uniting with them, but I do see you getting more information in regards to this connection or the person themselves. Some of you might even be communicating with this person's higher self in the month of August, so it might be very important for you to start journaling or keeping a journal. Maybe automatic writing or free writing is something that you like to consider for the month of August, because I feel that there's something to do with writing here. This person's higher self communicates with you through writing. It might even be through like literature. So if you are one, like we were talking about here before, that you like to read books, then keep in mind whatever calls your attention. So if you're reading a passage and you find yourself reading that passage over and over and over again, notice it and see what is being said there. There might be a message there for you. And this also applies for those of you who are currently in separation. I do feel like you will be connecting and communicating a lot with the higher self of this person. It might even be connecting with them telepathically, or even meeting them in your dream space. And I also feel like you guys are connecting with the spirit guides of this person. Like the spirit guides of this person are also sending you a lot of signs and trying to guide you towards this person. Like your spirit guides and this person's spirit guides are working together to bring you two together. And for those of you who are currently in a relationship, I see you guys getting more insight about this relationship or this connection. The pole star is kind of reminding me a lot of like a spiritual journey, and we do have the Fool here. The person here is actually the Fool of this deck. So some of you might be choosing to embark on a spiritual journey in the month of August, and you might choose to embark on this journey alone. So you might be feeling a bit distant from your partner, or you might choose to have a bit of distance from your partner, or let them know that you do need some space for yourself or some time or some alone time in order to really go within and to embark on this spiritual quest. And I do feel you will be enlightened about what you want in terms to a romantic partner, in terms to your romantic relationship, where you want this to go, how you want this to evolve, or if you rather run solo moving forwards. Again, this is a choice, and I'm not saying this is going to happen or resonate with every one of you, but some of you might be choosing to run solo moving onwards, because what you might be choosing to commit to is your own spiritual growth or spiritual journey. Again, this might only resonate with a very, very few of you, because this does feel very, very intense. This does feel like a very important decision that it will be made in the month of August. And I do know that this type of decision is not one that everybody will resonate with. So like I said, this message will only be for very, very few of you. So, okay. Those are all the messages I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it brought some guidance, some clarity. If it did, then please leave a like or a comment. And if you want to stick around for more readings with me, Kim, then please do subscribe. I do offer personal readings. All the information is in my website, and the link to my website can be found in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching, and until the next moment, bye bye.